Are you tired of constant pain and discomfort of tennis elbow? In this video, I'm going to share with you some techniques to help you finally get rid of your tennis elbow for good. I will cover a couple of stretches and also a massage technique to help you reduce pain and inflammation. These techniques will help you find relief and prevent future flares. Hi, welcome to Stress Out Stress Free. If we haven't met yet, my name is Vincent Moon, where I help people like you stay stress free by changing one habit at a time. Today's topic is going to be getting rid of tennis elbow for good with these techniques. Tennis elbow is known as excuse me one second. Tennis elbow are also known as lateral epicondylis. Tennis elbow also known as lateral epicondylitis, which is a common condition that affects the elbow joint and is caused by overuse of the forearm muscle and the tendons, which can result in pain, swelling, and stiffness. If left untreated, tennis elbow can become a chronic condition that can severely impact the daily activities. Let's understand Let's understand what tennis elbow is. Tennis elbow is typically caused by repetitive motion, such as those involving playing tennis, hence the name, right? However, it is not just tennis. It can also be caused by other activities that involve repetitive use of the forearm muscle, such as typing, painting, and also conditions that characterized by the condition is characterized by pain on the outside elbow. Let me just show you outside elbow. It's pain on the outside elbow. Usually it's outside. This is the elbow, right? Outside the elbow, then pain is right here, and down. Usually you have the flare around this area here, and it goes all the way down to the wrist. Okay. Outside the elbow and radiates down to the wrist, right? In some cases, there may also be a weakness on the affected arm. Okay, weakness on the wrist on the affected arm. Okay, let's look at the causes of tennis elbow. We mentioned earlier just now repetitive motion, like repetitive motion. Tennis elbow is often caused by repetitive motion of the forearm and the wrist. The forearm and the wrist, such as use of playing tennis, painting, typing, or even using the screwdriver, right? You're using repetitive movement. Overusing forearm muscles can lead to small tear in the tendon that attach to the elbow and cause pain and inflammation. As we age, our tendon becomes less flexible and more prone to injury, making older adults more susceptible to tennis elbow. Using poor techniques when performing certain activities such as lifting weights or playing sports can place excess strain to the elbow and leads to tennis elbow. Weak or imbalance in the muscle of the forearm and wrist can contribute to tennis elbow too, as can poor posture or alignment of the arm and wrist. So if you have poor posture, make sure you be careful, because if not, then you're gonna have problem that will cause pain to the wrist and then become tennis elbow. Trauma, in some cases, a direct blow on the elbow on the forearm can damage the tendon that leads to a tennis elbow. So it is important to note that while tennis elbow is commonly associated with sports, but physical activities and is commonly related with sports, but it is important to note that while elbow tennis is commonly associated with sports and physical activity, it can also be caused by everyday activities and occupation that requires repetitive use of the forearm and the wrist. Alright, how do we prevent tennis elbow? Using proper form and techniques when engaging in repetitive activities that involve the use of the forearm, such as playing tennis, typing, it is important to use proper form and technique. This can help reduce the strain on your muscle and the tendon and prevent the development of tennis elbow. For example, when you're playing tennis, make sure you have the proper grip and the swing techniques to avoid putting stress on your forearm muscle. Taking frequent breaks. Another way to prevent tennis elbow is to take frequent breaks during activities that involve repetitive motion. This can help prevent overuse of the forearm, and it gives time for it to rest and recover. For example, when you do a lot of typing, or you make sure you take a lot of breaks, right? If you do typing, or if you are a hairstylist or you painter, make sure you take breaks every 20 to 30 minutes and stretch a little bit, stretch your arm and hands a little bit, so that you will kind of like giving it a rest. Using proper equipment can also help prevent tennis elbow. Make sure you use the proper size tennis racket, or ergonomic keyboards to reduce the strain on your forearm and the muscle. Using a brace or split can also provide support to the affected area during activities. Engaging in regular exercise and stretching. Regular exercise and stretching can improve the flexibility and your strength, which can help prevent the development of tennis elbow. Make sure you incorporate exercise to strengthen your forearm muscle, such as wrist curl. If you use lightweight and use basically, let me just show you real quick. Use lightweight and just lift up, or just lift up like such. Hand on the side, and then with the weight, and then you just hold it and lift up. Hand facing down, and lift the weight up and down. Stretching your arms and hands can also help improve flexibility and prevent muscle strain. I'm going to show you that. I'm going to show that later. Using proper posture. Proper posture can also help prevent tennis elbow. When sitting at the desk using a computer, make sure that you sit up straight, right, and avoid slouching. This can help reduce strain on the neck, shoulder, and arms, and prevents the development of tennis elbow. You also want to gradually increase your activities when starting a new activity or exercise. It is important to gradually increase the intensity and duration of the activity. This can help prevent development of tennis elbow and tendon to the tennis elbow by allowing the tendons and the muscle to adapt to the new demand and being placed on them. Avoid, of course, repetitive avoiding repetitive or forceful gripping. Activities that involve repetitive or forceful gripping, such as using the hand tool like the screwdriver or playing racket sports, can increase the risk of developing tennis elbow. If possible, try to use tool or equipment that requires less gripping force than frequent breaks to rest your or take frequent break to rest your forearm muscle. All right, and also when you first hurt or injured the muscle, you can start using cold or heat therapy. If you experience the pain or discomfort in the elbow, using cold or heat therapy can heat therapy blah. When you experience pain, use heat or cold therapy on the discomfort in your elbow. Using cold and heat therapy can help reduce inflammation and also promote healing. Apply the cold compress to affected area 15 to 20 minutes several times a day, and so that it can help reduce pain and swelling. Apply heat, such as a warm towel or heating pad, can also help increase blood flow to the affected area and promote healing. Maintaining a healthy lifestyle can also help prevent tennis elbow. Eating healthy diets such as fruits, such as fruits, vegetables, and lean protein that can provide the body with nutrients that needs to build strong muscles and tendons. Getting enough rest and managing stress can also help keep your body healthy and reduce your risk of injury. So remember, by incorporating this routine into your daily, by including this to your daily routine, you can reduce the risk of developing tennis elbow and keep your elbows and your forearm muscle healthy and strong. Remember, prevention is key when it comes to avoiding injuries. Take the necessary step to protect your body and stay healthy. All right, so basically I told you what they are, and now let's figure out what is tennis elbow. There are two tests that you can do. Let me just show you. First test to do is all right. You want to put your hand on the side of your body. Your hand face down. Your palm. 1 second. Okay. Your palm. Let me adjust the camera a little bit. All right, here we go. All right, you want to put your hand on the side, elbow to your side, and then you want to face your palm facing down with your fingers open. All right, your fingers open. And what you want to do is you want to press the middle finger down. When you press your middle, make sure you open your fingers, separate your fingers, and open your fingers, right? Separate them, and when you press the middle finger, you want to press the middle finger down. And when you press the middle finger down, and it hurts, that means you have the tennis elbow. The other test is to same thing again. Put your hand on the side of on your ribs, on your body, and make a fist. Palm facing down, make a fist, and you want to push. You want to push the first knuckle diagonally, but then you want to hold the hand. Your hand you have to hold tight to hold the force, but then you want to push the knuckle with your other hand, and when you push, you feel the pain on the elbow, the elbow, and then that will that will tell you that you have tennis elbow. So those are the two tests that you can do to double check to make sure you have tennis elbow. All right, let's go. I'm gonna show you I'm gonna show you a few techniques. I'm gonna show you a few techniques to release your tennis elbow. First technique is to stretch your hand. Let's go back to the other screen again. First technique is to stretch your hand. This is similar to the stretches that we do for carpal tunnel. Just basically just put your hand out, and you want to put your palm facing down, and you want to push your hand, push your back of the hand towards you, and you will feel the stretch on the around the elbow side, okay, where the tendon is. All right, just push it down, hold there for 5 seconds, maybe 5 to 10 seconds, and then relax, let go, and do the opposite way. Put your palm facing, stretch your hand out again, put your palm up, like a high five, but low five, I say, low five, and then you want to push your fingers back with your other hand backwards towards you. Okay, hold there for 5 to 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, 5 to 10 seconds, and there you go, you feel the stretch. So you repeat the same thing again, palm down, hand, push the hand, palm facing downwards, and push the top of your hand towards your body, and hold 5 to 10 seconds, and do the other way, palms up again, pull it towards you, hold 5 to 10 seconds. You can do that. Do the 5 to 10 seconds, maybe maybe three reps, and you can do that throughout the day, as soon as you feel that the tension is there, you just do the stretch to relax the tension. Okay. Next one is to screen number 2. All right, you want to just put your hand palm down on the table, lift your wrist up, and you want to crunch your fingers together, just like a tiger claw. Just like such. Wait 1 second, let me just take that off. Oops. Okay. All right, you just want to put your hand on the desk to hold it, right? To hold it, and you want to just lift your wrist up, open your fingers, and then you want to crunch it back, make a fist. Okay, you feel the stretch right here on the elbow. This is tennis elbow. All right, there you go. Also do that maybe 7 times, and a rep of 3. Okay, repeat it for 3 times. Okay, 3 reps 7 times. Okay, all right. So that's how you do that's how you release tension on that muscle. Okay, then we go move to massaging the area, or I would say let's do a myofascial on that area. You can use, what you want to do is you want to use the side of your opposite arm, or the forearm, I believe, underneath the wrist. You want to use the side of your underneath the wrist of your other hand, and you want to put it on the elbow, and then you want to just let it glide slowly to work on the fascia and help release the tension. You want to slide all the way or mid to slowly all the way from the elbow down to the middle of your forearm. Okay, let me just show you that. Let's go back to the top screen. Okay, this is the pain in this is the pain where your tendon. This is where your tendonitis is. Your tennis elbow, where the tendon is. You want to just pressure, and then you want to glide down to the middle, because this goes all the way down to the wrist. But you just want to glide, loosen up this muscle here. I'm turning my palm down, hand facing my hand facing up, my palm facing on the table. Okay. All right. Basically, you want to use once again. You want to use this part of your opposite hand, which is the part underneath your wrist. Okay, the bony part, and then you want to put it on the elbow itself. Don't forget, the hand is palm down on the table, and so that you can get the muscle from the elbow down to the wrist. All right, very simple. Just put some weight. Put it on the elbow, and then you want to just kind of like lean forward, right? I'm going to show you. Just lean forward. Put the hand on the elbow. Put the hand on the elbow, and then you lean forward. Okay. What happens is it's going to slowly glide through the elbow and through the muscle, and that will help with the gliding. It will help break down the fascia. All right. Let me just lock it in. Push the mic in front a little bit. Okay. All right. Let's put it in, and then I'm going to lean forward. This is going to go very slow, and that's what you want. And this is what you call the myofascia. Instead of like rubbing it really hard, you just basically just putting some weight on there. All you want to do is just break the fascia, or break the knots that's in there. So you see how slow it's moving? Doesn't look like it's moving, but I can feel it's moving. See, it's just slightly past the elbow line now. And we have to make sure my hand is my palm is all down, my hand is all down, so that I can get the muscle, the top muscle. All right, you see it's moving down more slightly. So basically, this is myofascia. Myofascia, that's what you do. You just let the body weight slightly glide through glide down the muscle. See, I'm almost halfway there already while I'm talking to you. So this is when I first learned it, I'm like, oh man, this is like a lazy way, But the effect of the effectiveness of this technique is very, 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 very effective. Right now, you can feel right in the middle. It's literally kind of like getting on that slightly painful muscle, which I don't remember. I don't know I have it. You don't have to have the tennis elbow to have the pain, right? Sometimes even with normal activities that you just forget to stretch, or you didn't do much warming up or anything like that, you just get pain, and then you don't realize it. So I'm almost like towards the half point, and you can always go down slowly to to you all the way to the wrist. Maybe I'm going to try all the way to the wrist because I feel some tension there. Feel some tension going down, so yeah. So you can repeat this, you can repeat this a couple of times. Until you feel that there's no, until you feel that that you actually break down the, you loosen up the, you loosen up the fascia, and then you break down the you break down the nuts and everything, and you feel less pain. Basically, what this does is also is kind of like, one second, let me finish it first before I show you. It's kind of like when you do it, when you start from the top, right? It's kind of flushing the blood from the top to the bottom. I can actually feel some. Okay, let's stop right there, the wrist, and then you can actually feel some heat. If you look here, you can see like slightly red. I don't know if you can see it or not, but still can feel some very little heat, but still can feel the heat. You can feel the difference from here to here, the top and the bottom. Okay, so you want to do that a couple of times. Or what you can do is also, if you have quartz stick like this, oh, okay, top view, front view, front view, top view. Okay, I normally use this area here, or you want to use a bigger cover the bigger area, you want to use the side. Okay, front view, use this area here because there's a curve, or you can use the side view right here, so that you can get a bigger area. Same thing, you just put it on, start from the elbow, and then just go slowly. Just you want to push your thumb, top view, okay? Push your thumb. It's kind of like push your thumb, but just let it glide. Let's put kind of like push slightly, push slowly, okay? You just want to lift there and push slowly. Or it will glide by itself too. So we push slowly. See how it's gliding by itself now? Or you just put a little pressure over it and it will just glide. Not a little pressure, a little push. So now it's gliding down the muscle. I'm going to turn to the outer part a little bit so we can get the way I felt the tightness. This move a little faster than the than using your forearm. I think it's because of the smoothness here that helps to glide easily. So same thing, you do it 3 times. I mean, you do 3 times, and then until you want to do. Make sure you don't scratch your with the quartz stick. You might scratch or mark your. You don't want to push too hard, then you might get. You might not want to push too hard, that you might break your skin. Okay, all right. So with the gliding, it just take a little bit more weight, the body weight, to just glide it down, and if you did it with me, you probably feel some release now, right? You feel less tightness. You feel like a little lighter, right? Okay, let's go to the last one. Last one is, what we're going to do is we're going to work on the 2 points. 2 points. Let's see. 1 point is right here. 1 point is around right here on this area, this can see. Okay, one point is right by the elbow crease, and it's like if you look at this way, is if you put your hand on the tip of your elbow with your hand draw close to you, hands up like when you put your hand close to you, elbow down, your hand on the top, and you look at the tip of the elbow, and then you're gonna go out, and you will feel like up to the middle, right middle of the elbow, go out to the side of the elbow, or you can go from the bottom to the side. You will feel like a little dent right in there. Let me show you on the other screen. Okay, if you tip of the elbow, right, go up a little bit, you will feel go towards the outside of the elbow. You'll feel like a tip of the dent there. Okay, that's one point. And the back of your elbow is right here. You press in it, you'll right on the crease of the line, the crease of the elbow, the line of the elbow there. You press inside, you feel like something. How do you call it? It feels funny, and it feels like you feel the tendon, and if you have pain, you feel kind of like icky or numbness or something like that, right? So what you want to do is your thumb of the other hand you want to put on the bottom point, and then your middle finger you want to grab the middle finger, you want to grab the top, the outside part of the elbow. Okay, let me show you on the other screen. All right, you want to put one finger on the right there, one finger before the elbow. If you feel that, if you bend your, put your hand, bring your hand up to the elbow, you can feel that dent there. And then on the other side, just want to put the middle finger right in there. Okay, so in order to do this, you can massage it. Just do circular movement. You can do one at a time. First, you want to do massage on the inner part of the elbow. You will just do a circular movement. Do lightly first, because you don't know how sensitive it is. So you can do lightly and slowly, and then build the strength up once you feel that the knot is breaking up. Then you can start doing with the middle finger. You can start working on the outside part of the tendon. Okay, all right. Like such, you just grab it. Basically, just grab it and just go do a circular movement, anti-clockwise or clockwise, doesn't matter. So until you feel the knots breaking up. Or you can do my shortcut. Put the thumb on the inside point, and then your middle finger on the outside point, and what you want to do is basically turn your wrist to left and right, and that will activate the muscles, those muscles. So just put some pressure, and then you just activate those muscles, and you can feel it. At first, it might feel pretty painful, but make sure you just start with slow motion. Just move your wrist slowly. All right, and put a little pressure on it. First, move your wrist slowly, and then you can, after a while, you can feel that the tightness is softened up, and then you can put a little pressure on the points itself. Put a little pressure on the points itself, and start moving a little faster. So depending on which how wide the area is, you can just move your finger around the area and just start moving. You know, start holding and just moving the muscle or moving your wrist. Okay. So when I do this with my client or I have someone on the table, right? What I do is I I hold their hand like I'm shaking hand, right? And then all I do is just put pressure on there, and then I just move my hand, just move, shake his hand like left, right, same action that I just show you, same thing that I just show you. Instead of holding, instead of me holding his hand, you holding your own hand, I mean your own elbow. Instead of me holding the elbow, you holding the elbow and you holding the elbow both the bottom and the top, the outside part, and you just basically just turn to left, right, and that will help break down the knots and the tissue. Okay, so yep, basically that's all I have for today. So let me just summarize what we talked earlier. First, we talked about how understanding the elbow tendonitis, tennis elbow. Okay, it's also known as lateral epicondylitis, okay, all right, let me say that again. It's also called lateral condylitis, not condylitis. Okay, lateral condylitis, which is a common condition that affects the elbow joint. All right, we showed the elbow joint just now. It's normally used by the use of the forearm muscles and the tendon. That's why we were working on this now, working on the tendon, and usually cause pain and swelling and stiffness. If you leave it alone, untreated, it will cause tennis elbow, and it will become chronic condition that will severely impact your daily activities. So we talk about understanding it is caused by repetitive motions such as playing tennis or painting, or if you're a hairstylist, you're using the scissors or using the tool, or you're a carpenter or you're a technician, use the screwdriver a lot. Okay, I used to buy screwdriver to fix the camera to adjust the bottom. All right, not as a tool to work. All right, and we talk about causes of tennis elbow. Of course, repetitive motion, anything that you do all the time, okay, like typing, using the screwdriver, playing tennis, or painting, right? And the thing is, you don't want to overuse the muscle. That will cause the pain and tendons, and that will eventually cause the tennis elbow. Of course, as you age, our tendon becomes less flexible and is prone to injuries. Using poor techniques when performing the activities such as lifting or playing the sports, or using too much strength grip on the handle, or grip on things, that will strain the elbow and leads to tennis elbow. Okay. Also talk about trauma. Trauma can cause damage to the tendons, and if you direct blow, forget it. Cause damage to the tendons. So how do you prevent it? You want to use proper techniques when you play. You want to grip properly. You want to hold properly. You want to develop a technique that will avoid putting too much stress on your muscles, right? Especially the forearm muscles, right? Of course, if you then taking frequent breaks. Why? Because if you're typing, using them all the time, right? If you're using too much time, you type too much, or you paint too much, you're basically using the muscle all the time. So after maybe half an hour, 35 minutes or so, you want to take a few minutes break, to just do some stretches, do some massage, rub them up so they create some circulation there, and to give the muscle a break and a rest. And also engaging, as I mentioned earlier, engaging in regular exercise and stretching. So we do the stretches to release the tension, right? And using proper posture, make sure your desk and on the computer is correct. And make sure when you sit up straight. If not, then with all the hunching, it will affect your neck, shoulder, and arms, and then it will create problem on your elbow. And when you do activities, you're going to do slowly and increase the intensity slowly, so that you will help prevent the developing of tennis elbow. Avoid repetitive or forceful gripping. Make sure you hold the tennis racket or hold your paintbrush or hold your scissors properly. You don't want to use too much force, right? And also maintaining a good health, so that you eat healthy, rich diet like fruits, vegetables, lean protein that can provide nutrient to your body and make your muscle and tendons strong. And what we do is we do the 2 tests, right? We did your hand on the side. With your hand on the side, you want to hand on the side of the body with your palm down, fingers open up, and you want to push your middle palm facing, not palm down. Hand on the side, elbow on the side of your body, right? Palm facing down, and you want to push your middle finger. When you push your middle finger, if you feel pain on the elbow, then you know it's tennis elbow. Or you make a fist, and you want to push with your opposite hand, push the first knuckle on the opposite hand. Make sure you do a resistant push. So, and when you push with your right hand, your left hand resists. And if you have pain on the elbow, that means you have tennis elbow. And then I show you the 2 stretches, right? 2 stretches is to basically it's kind of the same as carpal tunnel stretches. Put your hand out. You want to put your palm facing down and push your hand downwards if you to feel the stretch, and also put your palm like a low 5 and push backwards to do the stretch. Okay, so basically you do that, push it, hold for 5 to 10 seconds, and then you want to do a 5 to 10 seconds or 5 to 10 seconds, yeah, 5 to 10 seconds, and rep of 3 times. Do it 3 times. And the other one is I call it the crouching tiger, crouching tiger on your fist, or whatever you want to call it. Put your hand on the table. Lift your hands up. Put your hand down, facing down on the table. Lift your wrist up, and then you want to make a fist, like crouching lion, crouching tiger, right? Make a fist slowly, and just open up slowly. Do 7 to 10 times with 3 reps. Okay, that will help. You can feel the stretch on the elbow, and that will help loosen up the pain, ease the pain. And then I show you the myofascia. Myofascia is simple. You either use the forearm part of your opposite hand, the forearm part, the area below your wrist, of your forearm, on the side of your wrist, and glide it down. Lean your body forward and glide it down from the elbow up towards the wrist. Or you can use the quasar stick, same thing. Just put pressure, put it on the elbow and then push slowly and let the quasar stick glide through it. And then I show you the last but not least is putting pressure on the inside of the elbow. Putting pressure in the inside part of the elbow, right there by the crease, and the outside part, outside part of the elbow with the middle finger, and then move your hand sideways to work on the tightness there. Okay, slowly and surely. Just glide, move slow, start slow, and then start slow and increase pressure and increase the speed when you feel that is less painful. Okay, all right, that's all I have for today, and let's go to the chat. Hi Steel, how are you doing? Steel's a little quiet today. All right, so we don't have any questions today, so let's end it right here. Okay, so I want to thank you very much for watching. 1 second here. Okay, something was okay, I didn't lock it. All right, so basically I want to thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here. Don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to click on the like button, give us a thumbs up, and you can support us. You can support this channel by going to buymeacoffee.com/Vincent Moon, or Stress Out Stress Free. No, it's Press and Soul /Stress Out Stress Free to check out our merchandise. And yes, so you can support us through that way, or you can just click on the super thanks on the bottom here to help support the channel. And if you have any questions that you want to be asked, you're shy to put it on the chat or on the link below, or on the shy to put on the chat, you can always schedule a call with me, a free call on Zoom in calendly.com/Vincent-Moon /15 minutes. Get a free call, and then we can set a free call up, and then we talk in Zoom. All right. And don't forget to it's running away. Don't forget to stay stress-free by changing one habit at a time, and I see you in the next video.